Hi.
Hi.
Hey. We're back. Or I'm back, I should say.
It's you again.
It is me again, and I'm actually bringing you 2 videos in a day. You're so lucky. Very lucky. But hi, it's me, Shubs, and welcome back to my channel. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, girl, I see you. In today's video, though, I'm actually here with my friend Shelby, aka
D Fury.
aka
Honey Cocoa.
aka. Is there any other?
No, that's it.
We're just going off. But I'm here with my girl Shelby, and excuse me.
I'm alone.
I hate you so much. But yeah, we're here today to actually talk about something serious. So I don't know why we're joking around like this, but I mean, I can't be too serious ever for like a long period of time. So I'm glad I have you here actually, because we can just like goof around but also be serious, because yeah.
It's a serious topic.
Mhm.
Definitely needs some serious attention, but also weird goofballs. So
Exactly. So deal with it. But
or don't watch.
exactly. But in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about reverse racism.
Big quotes there, because like, okay.
Big quotes, and that like I did that on purpose. So before I even get into it, obviously, if you like this, if you don't like this video, if you don't like me, if you don't like watching my channel, I can't even speak. Just like click off at this point in time. But if you do like me and you want to see more of my channel, make sure you follow me on my social media. I'll leave the links below. And like, subscribe, share, all of that jazz. I don't really care. But yeah, we're just gonna start talking.
Okay, wonderful.
Cool.
Let's get into it.
So, this all started because I made a post on my story, and it stemmed from Amine's post. Like Amine, everyone knows Amine.
Yeah, reel it in.
Reel it in.
Bring a friend.
Yes. What? Wait, I'm trying to think of like his older music though.
Bad thing. Fun as hell.
Oh my god.
That's my baby.
Yeah, okay.
Caroline.
Exactly. Caroline. That's Amine. And he made a post on his Instagram a couple of days ago about
A quote.
a quote, exactly. And it was this quote that I'm going to read to you right now by a man named George C. Wolfe. And basically the quote is, God created black people and black people created style. So I immediately when I saw this post on his Instagram, I actually commented under it, and I was like, I can't remember what I said. I think I was like preach or something, but then I decided to stupidly read through the comments, and that's like one of the things like you should just not do, especially on celebrity posts. Like, no.
Yeah, it's like, why are you commenting? Like, why are you saying hateful stuff? Like, this, you're insignificant to this person. Just go about your day.
Just go about your day.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
Exactly. He wasn't looking for opinions. He just was stating a fact.
A literal fact.
His fact.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And what pisses me off is that he actually deleted the post. And before he even deleted it, he turned off all of the comments. And before he did that, I was reading all of the comments and everything. And I actually got into it with this one white guy. And yeah, he was talking about how a lot of black people cry about how, oh, like we want to be diverse, like we should be diverse and accepting and blah, 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 blah. But then you're gonna post something like this and say this, which is blatantly racist. And that was his opinion. And my opinion was, okay, like you were actually he was stating facts, like up until he's made a comment that was, he said, well, you guys can just go back to your Black Panther party and enjoy your snacks at the Colored Museum. That was his exact quote. That's what he said. And I responded to it again, and I was like, man, like, people like you just drain me, like what you fucking say all the time. I'm like, people like you drain me. Like, you had valid points up until you had to make that stupid ass joke to like, whatever, make yourself feel better. But that there's my exact exhibit A of racism right there. You're ignorant. You're saying this with no basis at all. Like, what does Black Panther have to do with this discussion?
Why, first of all, he's mad that there's actually a small amount of black films nowadays instead of just black people having to go to the theater and watch white people. I don't know, like, honestly,
Preach.
let's diversify in the movie industry, obviously.
Thank you. That's like a whole nother
That's another topic.
can of worms. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, that's what he said. And I was like, man, like people like you are just like so fucking stupid. Like you had a point until you had to make that stupid ass joke. And here we are. In 2018, making that stupid ass joke. And he tried to brush it off saying like, oh, it was a quote from a popular movie, I think Forrest Gump or something he said. But I can't remember. Like he's an idiot, that's my point. And Amine ended up just deleting the whole post because obviously I feel like he was getting a lot of like hate comments and like comments from people just that were very irrelevant. So
well, and maybe it was like affecting his career in some way.
Totally.
Like you have to secure the bag.
Preach. Fucking preach. So yeah, I have no issue with him doing that, but my issue is with the whole reverse racism thing. And I put up a poll on my Instagram story and I was like, okay, so I sent the picture to my story and I was like, is this reverse racism? Yes or no? And a lot of people actually responded, like maybe 60% of them said yes. No, 60% of them said no, it isn't. And then 40% of them said no.
40% is still a very high percentage of people who believe in a fake topic, like a fake theory, a fake word.
Just fake.
A fake description.
Like a lot of people actually believe that reverse racism is a thing. And that's what I wanted to get at because, so let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so back to the quote, God created black people and black people created style. So I believe that that is not a form of racism at all. And that's what maybe the number one comment in this post was that this is racism. If a white person said this, people would be attacking them, blah, 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 blah. But this is my point here as a black person. So you're gonna get mad at a quote that you actually have no idea about, you have done no research at all behind what the quote is, like who made the quote, where it's from, like the basis of it. You've just gotten mad about a general statement that could literally mean anything. Yeah. That's one. Number two.
It's out of context. Like you've provided yourself with no context. You don't even know where this quote's coming from. You have no idea if this quote is even a real quote.
Yeah.
You've done literally no research. You don't know who George C. Wolfe, that was his name, right?
Yeah.
George C. Wolfe is. So like you honestly have done no research, but you're going to comment on this artist's photo and say all this shitty stuff because somebody is telling you that what I believe is a fact, and there's multiple reasons why I believe that's a fact, but somebody's just saying their truth, and like you have to go and rain on their post. Like why? It's confusing. With no facts, nothing.
It's really confusing. And actually, to that point, so before, when I saw that post, actually, I thought, because it had under it, it was like from the Colored Museum. So I actually thought there was a Colored Museum, and this quote was like on display in this museum, like an African, like American kind of like, you know, like historical museum. That's what I thought. But upon research, I found out, no, like this George C. Wolfe guy is actually a playwright, and he created a play called The Colored Museum. And that is where that quote is from, that God created black people and black people created style. And this is another thing that I'm mad about. So you're gonna be mad at someone celebrating their own race? Like, take away racism, take away superiority, take away all of that. This post is literally someone celebrating the fact that they were created by God, and then that because of that, that they believe that they created style. They're not saying that they created all style. They're not saying that they created, you know, the definition of style. They're saying they created style. Hey, AJ. But, that's my little brother.
Hello.
But yeah, like they're saying they created style, and that is their perception of whatever it is that they wanted to get at. So why are you gonna get mad at their celebration of their color, their skin, their race, their everything? Why are you gonna get mad at that and say, if a white person said this, it's considered racism? Well, if a white person did say it, it probably would be considered racist, to be honest, because like white people from the historical beginnings of time have been colonizers, have been imperial. Yeah, that is the word.
That's the word.
Yeah, like it is a thing that
taking over other countries
and like
using
placing
their
your own culture
resources,
onto other people's cultures
forcing religion from like literally the get-go.
from the beginning. So it wouldn't be considered racism. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion, and that's her opinion as well. But you're not gonna come here and say, oh, me celebrating my diversity and my race when I've literally been brought down because of my race from time. You're not gonna say that that's racism at all.
What really confuses me is like, first of all, how is it that racism? I would really like to know how that quote is racism to begin with, because me reading that as a white person,
some lots of pizza. They should honestly sponsor me at this point because I made 2 videos with their food.
just start taking them.
I should actually, but anyway.
So first of all, I don't understand how that quote is racist. First of all. Second of all, I don't understand why people think their opinion matters.
Same.
I don't understand why you would go on to somebody's post when you see something like that and just vomit hate on it. Like, to me that makes no sense, because obviously you have a lot of fucking time on your hands.
Clearly.
Sorry.
This is a friendly
Obviously
channel.
you have too much damn time on your hands because you're going on to other people's posts and spewing your opinion like it's fact. And it's like, I don't know, read a book, bro.
Read a book.
Do something else with your time because you're
listen to some music. Like, calm down. Like, place that energy somewhere else.
Yeah, because that's an issue to me too. Like, first of all, you think that your opinion is so valid that you can comment on this person's post and put their opinion down.
Let me add to that. So I actually used to say that to people and be like, why do you think your opinion actually matters? And it's not taking away from the fact that you're allowed to have an opinion, because you are.
Yeah.
You can speak, right? You can have an opinion. You can think, you can have an opinion.
Yeah.
But when you're physically or like verbally spewing your opinion onto someone who literally does not care about what you have to say at all, like, and then trying to now use your opinion as the fact and like the base of what we should like be talking about. I don't care about what you have to say. I was posting this because so in my situation, I posted, is this reverse racism? Because I believed that it is not reverse racism. You can't take that away from me.
There's no such thing as reverse racism.
There isn't. And that is why, from the beginning, I said it in air quotes, because it is a white person that will literally come here and say that they have faced racism when historically racism has been against people of color, people of minorities, people of, different ethnicities, not white people.
Racism has to involve a power.
Thank you.
Abuse of power and like an oppression, and white people are not oppressed.
Like,
no white person gets
please
a job. Okay, for instance, let's say Shubs and I both get a job at a restaurant, and we behave very similarly. We show up late. We're not that great of employees. We're just kind of draining.
Are you reading me right now?
The library is open. No, but like, let's say we both behave this way. I'm white, so my manager isn't going to attribute my bad behavior to my race. They're never going to say, I'm never hiring white people again, because that Shelby can't show up to work on time. They attribute to me and my personality. They attribute to my individual. I am a bad employee.
Yeah.
Now, not 100% of the time, but probably a large percent of the time, if a black person or a person of color in general behaves poorly in a job, it a lot of the time is going to be stereotyped and attributed to a whole race. And that they attribute to other black people not getting hired at that establishment because it's white owned, white ran, white managed.
You just hit every single, and I'm not trying, like, I don't want to talk with food in my mouth.
But like, that's part of it. Like, the reverse racism isn't a thing, because I can walk out in the street and no cop is gonna pull me over for being young and black, because I'm not, I'm white. No cop's gonna pull me over for being young and white.
Because you're young and black, Shelby.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Like, the amount, so, Yes. Now that I don't have food in my mouth, you just said everything that I was thinking, but just like you spoke about it in such a like eloquent way. So I have faced racism. Like I live in Canada, right? So a lot of people in Canada already think that like
There's no racism.
there's no
here.
racism at all. Because we're so multicultural, right? Like
it must be so
a white and black
lovely.
person sitting together, like so multicultural diversity.
So much love.
Like,
It must be so great to be so privileged that you can be ignorant and think that there's
To
no
that.
racism in Canada.
like I'm so sorry for you.
Okay.
No.
Like
That
you have way more information that you need to take in because you're obviously not watching or reading anything.
Anything, but that's whatever. Live your life. I am black. I live in Canada.
Wait, you're black?
No, I'm not actually. Sorry. Wait, no. I'm Caucasian. And I've been living in Canada as a Caucasian woman for the past several years now. But
That's
no.
why we get along.
Yeah,
We're both
exactly.
Caucasian women.
Like we're literally twins, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Anyway. No, I'm black, and I have faced racism living in Canada. Like,
Not surprised.
before I changed my name on my resume actually to Shubs, which is pronounceable, fun, funky, fresh, cute, you know?
So on brand.
So on brand. Before I did that, my name was literally like my